One thing you got to remember, this is real, right? And there's going to be good, bad, and ugly. There's going to be all kinds of things going on. We don't just put everybody in a room and try to make sure that everybody is going to treat you just perfectly. It's real life. And what happens when you meet, Joe? Tell the guys a little bit of the process. So, I mean, what is that purpose of that translator matchmaker really?
That's your time to talk to these translators. What we like to try to do is we like to match up the more veteran translators with the newer guys. Okay. So they've been to the socials before. They can better guide them. Sometimes a guy will ask them, hey, use her as your Girl Friday, we tell them.
Right.
So if there's a particular woman that he kind of likes, he wants blonde, he wants brunette, he wants them around 30, he wants them around 40, no kids, with kids. Tell this to your translator because they've been to the socials before. They might know somebody who fits that perfectly.
Absolutely.
So,
okay.
But it's to get to know the translator so she's not a complete stranger when you show up at the social. That's kind of, it's a little bit uncomfortable with some people, but if you get to know them, you get to talk to them for a little bit, before the social, it helps.
Do we meet our interpreter the day of the social or the day before?
They will actually get to meet at the orientation. They get to meet. Most of the translators get to come because you got to remember some of them do have other jobs,
right? So
they can't make it. But yeah, most of them will actually get to meet their translators the day before. You get to meet the actual the translators before the social. They'll meet you at the hotel.
If you ever feel like it's not a good match with you and that particular interpreter or matchmaker, we have a spare. Don't worry, we have a spare. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, we'll change them out, and it's not a knock on the translator.
No, sometimes there's a chemistry between the men and the women. There's chemistry between you and your interpreter. I mean, and some will work better with others. I mean, it's just how it is, right? So, like anything in life. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, one thing you got to remember: this is real, right? And there's going to be good, bad, and ugly. There's going to be all kinds of things going on. We don't just put everybody in a room and try to make sure that everybody is going to treat you just perfectly. It's real life, and you want it to be real life. That's why I keep trying to tell guys when they go over is that there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be good, bad, and ugly, and you might meet an interpreter who you don't like so much. Okay, that's fine. You go talk to the staff, and they'll help you with that. Because you want this to be real. You don't want this to be Disneyland for men. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't keep it to yourself. If there's an issue, make sure you let us know. That's one thing I tell the guys at the orientation. Hey, if there's an issue, bring it to our attention ASAP. Don't wait until the next day. There's nothing I can do.
Or a week, or a month, or a year. Yeah, do it now.
Guys, no, there is no problem with dating the translator. I know some of the translators don't like it because it's business.
Or they're married.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be, they shouldn't even.
So, I mean, look, first of all, you have to decide whether, you have to ask probably one of the, Joe or one of the managers there, like if a translator is even in play, available, right? Like wants to date anyone, right? You need to know for that first. And then whether she wants to date you or not, it's going to be totally up to her. I mean, we have had many translators over the years meet and marry you guys.
My friend Brett, you're probably watching, he married his translator.
Did he marry his translator?
Yeah, he actually called me. He called me and said, hey, Joe, just want to know, is it okay we date the translators? And I go, for you, Brett, okay, who is it first? And he told me, and they're now married, living in Pennsylvania.
But here's a little tip. If you're going to date a translator, then just date her. And if she charges you for translation, no. I've heard of this before. If she, in any way, shape, or form, charges you to be on the date because she's translating for herself or whatever, no.
Nah, that's not
never do that.
No.
And so no. So if it's really a pure, I'm going to date my translator and everything's really kosher and cool, okay, fine. But if you date her, at the end of the day, she wants $200 because you were with her for that minute. No, don't do that.
Oh, I want to hear about
it. Anything can happen. So be careful. You can marry anybody you want, and we're not going to stop you from marrying a translator. So don't take this too seriously. But If you do marry the translator and you move over there and she stays there and she still wants to translate, that's fine. I have no problem with that. It's not me to say. It's up to you and her, right? This is your guys' life. She just works as a translator.
You too can experience the romantic adventure of a lifetime. Join men from all over the world as they take a trip and find their future brides. Interested? Learn more at
Costa-Rica-women.com.